Son, when you get to my age, you don't have time for pretty stories. You just tell the truth, even if it hurts. When I was your age, I thought being busy meant being important. I worked late, answered every message, chased every little sign that I was winning at life. Back then, I was proud of that. Now I'm just tired when I remember it. After that, I stopped asking, how much did I do today? And started asking, who did I do it for? Because in the end, it's not your schedule or your titles that sit by your bed. It's your people. So, son, don't wait for a hospital bed to teach you what matters. Look at your time and ask yourself, would I be proud of this if tomorrow never came?
I was in a meeting, talking about numbers and plans. Then my chest closed like a fist around my heart. In one short moment, everything changed. When I woke up, I was in a hospital bed. There were tubes in my arm and a machine beeping by my head. For a few seconds, I thought it was a strange dream. Then it hit me. This was not a bad day at work. This was the day my life almost ended. When the fear started to fade, I saw her. My wife sat in the corner, eyes red, holding my hand like it was the last piece of me she could still keep. Later, my kids walked in. They tried to smile, but I could see the fear in their faces. In that moment, one truth hit me hard. When my life almost stopped, the only people who stayed were the ones I kept saying I was too busy for. For years, I stayed late at the office. I answered every message and brought work home on weekends. I told myself it was for my family. I called it being responsible. I said I was doing it for our future. The truth is, I was hiding in my job. I was climbing a ladder on the wrong wall, while the people I loved learned to live without me. I don't lose sleep over failed deals. I don't think about the money I didn't make. What hurts are the moments I never lived at all. I don't regret the trips I took. I regret the trip to Japan I never made because I was too busy. I don't regret hard talks. I regret the talks with my brother I never had. I don't regret time with my kids. I regret the nights I stayed at the office while they waited for me at home. My father died when I was 45. I always thought we would have more time to fix things. We never did. I kept telling myself we would talk when I was less busy. We never got that day. I don't remember every meeting I went to, but I remember every Sunday I didn't call him, every dinner I skipped, every little moment I let slip away. For years, I told myself I had time. I said I would slow down later, call people later, live my life later. Later never came. I see young people saying the same things I said. When I make more money, then I'll be happy. When I get that promotion, then I'll rest. When the kids are grown, then I'll live the life I want. Let me tell you a hard truth. That day does not come on its own. I did what they told me to do. I climbed the ladder, made partner, bought the house. For a moment, I thought I'd finally won. You hit your big goal, and for a day or two you feel high. Then it fades. You go back to the same tired feeling, the same heavy mornings. So you chase the next win, and the next one. It's a hamster wheel. It never stops by itself. I had a friend who did what I did, only more. He worked day and night. Always said he would slow down next year. Next year never came. He worked 70-hour weeks his whole life, built a big business, made more money than he could ever spend, but he never took a real break. Every year he said the same words: "Next year I will rest. Next year I will travel. Next year I will make time for my family." Then one year his body said no. He had a stroke and never came back home. At his funeral, his son said one sentence I cannot forget: "My father was a successful man, but I barely knew him." I don't lie awake thinking about deals I lost. I don't care about the money I left on the table. What keeps me up are the lives I never lived. I don't regret the trips I took. I regret the trip I never took because I was too busy. I don't regret the hard talks I had. I regret the talks I ran away from. I don't regret time I spent with my kids. I regret the nights I chose my office over them. These are the things that cling to you when the lights are off and the house is quiet. When you are young, you think you have endless time. You think there will always be another day, another chance, another Sunday. You tell yourself you will call your parents later. You will take that trip later. You will start that thing you dream about later. Later becomes next month. Next month becomes next year. And then one day you look up and realize whole pieces of your life are gone. You didn't lose them in one big moment. You lost them one small delay at a time. Your parents will not be here forever. Your friends will not be here forever. One day, sooner than you think, someone you love will be gone. If your parents are still alive, you have a gift you will not always have. One day, the last call will already have happened, and you will not know it was the last. One day, there will be a dinner you do not get to share, a story you will never hear, a hug you will never feel again. There will be a last time for everything. Most of the time, you do not see it while it is happening. After my heart attack, I knew I could not go back to the old way. I started saying no to things that did not matter. I started saying yes to the life I kept pushing away. I stepped back from work. I stopped chasing every email and every little fire that would not matter in a year. I started taking slow walks with my wife. I started saying yes when my kids asked me to visit. I took trips I had talked about for decades. I sat on the floor and played with my grandchildren instead of checking my phone. I did less, but somehow my life became more full than ever. If you died tomorrow, would you be truly happy with how you spent your time? Not with how you looked, not with what you owned, with how you lived. Forget what other people think of you for a moment. Forget your title, your car, your feed, your numbers. Ask yourself one simple question. Am I living in a way that I would be proud of if it all ended soon? If the answer is no, that is not a reason to feel shame. It is a wake-up call, a chance to change direction while you still can. If I could talk to my 30-year-old self, I would say this: stop trying to impress people who don't really care. Start building a life you will care about at the end. Stop giving all your time to people who would replace you in a week. Stop trading your health for a job that will forget you. Call your parents more often. Visit them while you still can. Take the trip you keep talking about. Start the thing you keep saying is your dream, even if you start small. Say no to the meetings and favors that drain you. Say yes to dinners, walks, and quiet nights with the people you love. These are the things that will matter when you look back.
I'm 75 now. Every morning I wake up, I know I'm on borrowed time. The same is true for you, even if you don't feel it yet.
Every single day, you are moving closer to the end. Most people try not to think about this, but ignoring it does not make it less real. Your parents, if they are still here, are moving toward their last day. Your friends, your partner, your children, all of them are on the same road. The question is not if time will run out. The question is how much of it you will waste on things that do not matter. People wait for the perfect time to live. The perfect time never comes. Life is always messy when you decide to change it.
You keep telling yourself you will start when things calm down, when work is easier, when you have more money, when you feel ready. That day never shows up on the calendar. There is only today and what you do with it. You do not have to change your whole life in one move. You just have to stop waiting. Take one small step now, not someday. Someday is a word that has stolen more lives than failure ever will.
You cannot change the years behind you, but you can still choose what to do with the years in front of you. That choice is in your hands right now.
You can keep walking the same road. More work, more noise, more late nights, more promises to yourself that you will slow down later. Or you can start to turn, even a little. One honest look at your life. One real talk with someone you love. One evening when you close the laptop and stay at the table. These moments will not feel dramatic. No music will play, but they are the moments that quietly change the ending of your story.
One day, someone will tell your story. They will say how you spent your time. Right now, you are still the one writing it. The clock is ticking, whether you watch it or not. Your days are being spent, one by one, on something. You cannot stop this, and you cannot buy them back. But you can decide what you spend them on from this moment forward. More noise, more chasing, more empty victories, or more calls, more walks, more dinners, more moments that will still matter when you are old. You do not have to be perfect. You just have to stop waiting. Your life is not someday. Your life is now. If this woke something up in you, don't just close the video and forget it. Take one step today, even a small one. If this made you look at your time differently, don't let that feeling pass. Close this video and do one thing today that your future self would thank you for. Call someone you love. Plan one small step toward the life you keep postponing. And if you want more of these truths while I still have time to share them, hit subscribe, leave a comment, and tell me what you will do differently after this.